Coachella just ended and we're here in Palm Springs, so I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to go back to the Moorten Botanical Garden? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome, I'm Patrick and I love plants. In today's video we are at the Moorten Botanical Garden here in Palm Springs, and it is beautiful. It's filled with tons of really cool cacti, succulents, and it's quite an extensive collection. But not only that, they also have plants for sale, so this is right up our alley. I've been here before, but I thought it'd be a great idea to revisit while I'm here in Palm Springs. The exact opposite of desert conditions right now would have to be in my Mars Hydro grow tent. All my plants are loving it in there. They are blooming. But I do have some desert plants that absolutely love the Mars Hydro grow light, and I have them in my Mars Hydro grow tent. My Haworthias absolutely love the conditions of the Mars Hydro grow tent. They grow nice and compact due to the awesome strong lighting that the Mars Hydro light provides. And my Hoyas absolutely love it too. Look at how much this has grown just in a week. I just showed you my favorite plants and it was not this long when I showed it to you, so that is really cool. That's enough of the grow tent. Let's go back to the Moorten Botanical Garden and look at some awesome, beautiful desert plants. It's actually quite fitting that we're here after Coachella, since all the stages are named after deserts. The Sonoran Desert is the hottest desert in both the US and Mexico, and it covers the northwestern states of Sonora, Baja California, and Baja California Sur, as well as parts of the southwestern United States. Check out this elephant tree. This is the Bursera microphylla. It is so cool looking, and it looks like there's even some Opuntioides growing in the middle of it, which is really cool. Oh wow, so this is a Jatropha cinerea. I would have guessed that it was a ficus, like a rock fig of some sort. That's really cool. I love these cute little heart-shaped leaves. Look at this boojum tree. Always so fascinating. The boojum tree is so cool. It's probably one of the weirdest trees, if not the weirdest tree ever. But they're also really expensive. These are about $1,000 a foot, which is crazy. So, status symbol right here. The feeling of being surrounded by these super tall cacti is a feeling that I can't describe. I feel like cacti are often overlooked, but it's hard not to appreciate the majesticness of these tall plants. I mean, look at how amazing these tall columns are. Rathbunia alamosensis, the shooting star cactus. Love that beautiful sun-stressed look. And the organ pipe cactus. That's so cool. Opuntia is commonly called the prickly pear and is a genus of flowering plants in the cactus family. The Phaerocactus wislezenii is also known as the fishhook cactus, and the fishhook spines are a defense against herbivory. Choyas are always fascinating to me. I love the way that the spines catch the rays of the sun and it has this really awesome glow. And there's something that's so special and beautiful about cactus flowers. Dioecious is a term to describe a plant or an invertebrate animal having the male and female reproductive parts in different individuals. Oh, this plant is really cool. So this is the jojoba. It's used a lot in shampoos and stuff. There's a male plant and a female plant, and how it gets pollinated is through the wind. And then they start to form these little seed pods, which is really cool. These are the pollinated female flowers, and these seeds are what they use for cosmetics. Here are some more Opuntia, and these are also known as tuna, sabra, and nopales, or you can just call it paddle cactus. They have some of the coolest trees here. This is the desert willow, and I just love how the branches grow upwards. It's really cool. Oh, these have such gorgeous coloring. I love that pink purple hue. And then add the fact that it blooms these beautiful flowers. Stunning. Some really beautiful prickly pear cacti. Its fruit is supposed to be really delicious. I've never had it, but I'm really curious to try. This tree is so cool. This is the ocotillo tree, and during drought, it drops all of its leaves almost immediately to preserve water. And as soon as it rains, as soon as you water it, within 3 days it starts to grow leaves and it eventually blooms. Isn't that so beautiful? And these opuntias are prickly pears, and these petals are actually edible. So yeah, this is nopales, and it's supposed to taste really good. And the interesting thing is that in Mexico, these are commonly eaten. The average Mexican eats about 3 pounds of these a year. So these are great for agriculture because these don't really need much water. I think they need like maybe 3 to 4 inches of water a year, and they will grow just fine. Growing this is a really smart, economical decision, you know? You can get a lot of yield with very little resources. This is another prickly pear, and these are gonna turn into flowers, and then those flowers will eventually turn into fruit. I really want to try one now. They are kind of a cross between kiwi and watermelon, so I'm intrigued. And I learned that these opuntias have a little pest that love them, and it's a scale. They do look more like mealybugs. See those white specks? But what's really cool about those bugs is that those are used for red dye. These are the cochineal scale, and what's really cool about this is that it produces a really deep red dye, also known as carmine. It's often used in food, used to be used in fabrics. Red is a very powerful color. This red dye used to be very, very precious. The Spaniards brought all these opuntias back to Spain and brought with them the cochineal scale, and that is how they discovered this dye, and they sold it to all the royals all throughout Europe because, as we know, red is a color of importance and power. Another interesting fact about this is that because it grows so easily, it propagates really easily as well. So when these petals fall off caused by the wind or animals or anything, they will eventually root and grow. So in some places, like in Africa, these have become invasive. Oh, this beautiful tree is a Palo Verde tree. What's really cool about this tree is that it has really tiny leaves. So those leaves don't really photosynthesize that much, and it's a pretty big tree, so it learned to photosynthesize from its trunk, which is really cool. Or like these branches, that's why these are all green, and they photosynthesize just like cacti. Cactus doesn't have leaves, but they photosynthesize through the petals. This little section is cool. So all of these are growing on lava rock. These are most commonly found in the volcanic regions of Mexico. This is the beautiful Victoria Reginae, or the Queen Victoria agave. Love that. These are huge. And mammillarias. The funny thing is I never knew that it's called mammillaria because they look like little boobs. That is a fun fact. Ooh, one of my favorite cactus is the totem pole cactus, the Lophocereus scotii monstros. This is really cool because the regular version of this has spines, and an owner of the regular version of it noticed that his plant was putting out one weird section that looked more like this that didn't have spines. So what he did was he cut it off and propagated it to make more, and became a pretty rich guy. The odd thing is I see the monstros way more than the scotii, the regular version. And then there is an agave right there. Look at this gorgeous, magnificent bloom. Agaves only bloom once in their lifetime, so it dies pretty shortly after it flowers, but I was saying it goes out with a bang. This agave is really cool. It's huge. This agave is the type of agave that they use for mezcal. And this is the blue agave, often used for tequila. But you can only call it tequila if it's made from a certain plant in a certain region in Mexico. These are beautiful flowers. This is the desert bird of paradise. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's another one of those photosynthesizing branches on a tree. And look, it has little leaves. Oh, you know what? It's probably the same tree. Not the same exact tree, but the same type of tree. Oh, what a cool looking plant. The Petalanthus macrocarpus, also known as a lady slipper. I've only known orchid lady slippers, so that's very interesting that there are desert types of birds of paradise and lady slippers too. Here's another cool tree, Focieria degettii. Oh, I remember this being so cool. I can't wait to go in. The Moorten Botanical Garden was established in 1938, and it houses the world's first cactarium. The word cactarium is a word coined by the Moortens, and inside the cactarium are some of the rarest, most beautiful plants for exhibition. In here you'll find some of the coolest and oldest, most beautiful cacti, as well as an awesome caudiciform collection that inspired yours truly into loving and collecting these beautiful desert plants. Got some really awesome specimen. If this doesn't make you want a trailing cactus, I don't know what will. These are so cool. Oh, awesome. So I have a baby Welwitschia mirabilis. This one's a little more mature than mine. Such a cool plant. Check out these caudiciforms. These are cool. So these are non-cactus succulent plants that have these bulbous bases, and this is where all the water is stored. I absolutely love caudiciforms. They're so cool. Very beautiful. Oh, cool. This is a crested aeonium, I believe. That's awesome. Oh, I love how it grows like snake-like. It's really cool. You can see where it's growing out of right there. Some more mammillarias. Little boobs. Ooh, they have some cool sansevierias too. I love this one and this one. This is the agave siciliana. This agave is used to make sisal rope. A really cool collection of aloe. Oh, and look at all the stapelias. So cool. Oh. This is really cool. These are all barrel cacti. So beautiful, right? But the sad thing is, due to human destruction and selfishness, we dug up all of these barrel cacti from the desert. So these are no longer out in the wild, and these are only grown in cultivation, which is totally sad. It's a reminder to leave things where you find it. I'm so fascinated by these horizontal growing cacti. And here we are, seamless transition into their retail area where you can buy plants for yourself. If you are inspired from your day here at the Moorten Botanical Garden, you can take a piece of it with you without stealing. So you can actually buy the plant and have a really cool memento in your garden. How cool. Some really nice large selenite crystals. Wow, I learned so much just from coming here. So if you want to learn about cacti, some desert plants, or even desert regions, come here. You'll learn so much. Shout out to Steve here at the Moorten Botanical Garden for showing me around and teaching me so much. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my plant videos, come plant shopping with me. Hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I just don't want to miss you too much. So if you could show me some love in the comments, and I'll meet you there. Oh yeah, look at my Coachella home. I just got done camping. It was awesome. Okay, bye.
Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be